President Joko Widodo, President of Republic of Indonesia, urgent request of Rohingya community and Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh. We, Rohingyas, are genocidal victims. Most of the refugees left Myanmar in 2017 due to the result of genocidal campaign against Rohingya by Myanmar government and military. The fact of the matter is that the consecutive Myanmar office holders, whether it is Myanmar brutal regime or Aung San Suu Kyi lead government, have constantly persecuted Rohingyas in Myanmar for decades. NUG, National Unity Government of Myanmar, which based mostly in exile communities, have not yet recognized Rohingyas as one of the indigenous ethnic groups of the country. Moreover, those so-called officials were in charge when Myanmar military launched genocidal campaign against Rohingyas and forced thousands of people to seek refuge in Bangladesh and also murdered hundreds of thousands. We, Rohingya communities and refugees, are aware of the fact that in the upcoming ASEAN meeting, ASEAN is considering to invite NUG representatives. In that regard, we Rohingyas would like Indonesian government and ASEAN leaders to hear from Rohingya side as well, and if necessary to consider to invite Rohingya representatives internationally. Ultimately, we would like to suggest that so-called NUG government has nothing good in their actions and attentions for Rohingyas, and if international communities and ASEAN are willing to hear from Rohingya side, it should be done by hearing directly from Rohingya themselves. We, Rohingyas, have suffered enough and we do not want to be persecuted anymore. In that regard, we, vulnerable Rohingyas, have formed an army called ARSA, Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army, to defend ourselves and to return to our homeland Arakan. We are optimistic that ASEAN leaders and especially President Joko Widodo would consider to hear from Rohingya's side as well. Thank you. Requested by Rohingya Communities Bangladesh.